The Bangladesh Air Force has a very important job. It must protect the country's airspace and support its national security. To do this well, it needs modern and reliable aircraft. The government of Bangladesh understands this need and has recently given its approval for a major purchase. This decision is part of a larger plan called Forces Goal 2030. The goal of this plan is to make the country's military stronger and more modern. A key part of this strategy is buying new multirole combat and attack aircraft, which can perform many different tasks in the sky, from defense to attack. This is a big step for the nation's defense capabilities. The main reason for this urgent need is the age of the current fighter jets. The BAF's fleet is mostly made up of older aircraft, such as the Chinese-made F-7 and the Russian MiG-29. These jets have served for a long time, but they are now becoming outdated and difficult to maintain. Technology in air combat has changed a lot, and these older planes lack the advanced systems found in newer models. This puts the BAF at a disadvantage when compared to the air forces of other countries in the region. Keeping these old planes flying is becoming more expensive and less effective, pushing leaders to look for new solutions. The problems with the old fleet are not just about technology, they are also about safety. These aging aircraft have become more prone to accidents, which creates a serious risk for both the pilots and the public. In a tragic event in July 2025, a BAF F-7 fighter jet crashed into a college campus in Dhaka. This terrible accident resulted in an estimated 36 fatalities, highlighting the very real dangers of operating an obsolete fleet. Such incidents put immense pressure on the government and military leaders to replace these planes quickly to prevent future tragedies and ensure the safety of their personnel and citizens. This push for modernization is therefore driven by both strategic and safety concerns. The Air Chief Marshal, Hassan Mahmood Khan, has been a strong voice for this upgrade. He has pointed out that new fighters are essential for the BAF to fulfill its duties effectively. The interim government's approval in September 2025 shows that there is a strong political will to move forward. The search for a new fighter jet is not just about buying new hardware. It is about ensuring the long-term security and sovereignty of Bangladesh and giving its air force the tools it needs to protect the nation's interests in the 21st century. As Bangladesh looks for a new fighter, one aircraft has emerged as the strongest contender, the Chinese-made Chengdu J-10CE. This jet is known as a 4.5 generation fighter, which means it is very advanced but not quite as new as the latest 5th generation stealth fighters. The J-10CE is a significant step up from what the BAF currently flies. It is a multi-role aircraft, meaning it can handle air-to-air combat, attack targets on the ground, and perform surveillance missions. This versatility makes it a very attractive option for an air force that needs to do many different jobs with a limited number of planes. It represents a major technological leap for Bangladesh. The J-10CE comes equipped with many modern features that would greatly enhance the BAF's capabilities. One of its most important systems is its active electronically scanned array radar. This type of radar is very powerful and can track multiple targets at once, giving the pilot superior situational awareness. The jet also has advanced data links, allowing it to share information securely with other aircraft and ground stations. Furthermore, it can carry powerful beyond visual range missiles, like the PL-15E. This weapon allows a pilot to engage enemy aircraft from a very long distance, long before they can see each other, which is a critical advantage in modern air combat. The reputation of the J-10CE has also grown recently, which makes it an even more appealing choice for Bangladesh. The aircraft is already in service with the Pakistan Air Force, which has reportedly used it effectively. During a brief conflict with India in May 2025, the Pakistani J-10CEs were said to have performed very well against Indian fighters. This real-world combat experience has proven that the jet is a capable and reliable platform. According to Brendan Mulvaney, an expert from the China Aerospace Studies Institute, the J-10C is a modern and fairly capable aircraft, the best one that China exports, which adds to its credibility on the international market. High-level discussions between Bangladesh and China have already taken place, signaling serious interest in the aircraft. In March 2025, Bangladesh's interim chief advisor, Mohammed Yunus, met with Chinese President Xi Jinping in Beijing, where the potential fighter jet deal was discussed. China and Bangladesh have a long history of military cooperation, with Bangladesh already using many types of Chinese equipment, including tanks and submarines. This existing relationship makes the process of buying the J-10CE smoother. If the deal goes through, Bangladesh would become the third country, after China and Pakistan, to operate this advanced fighter jet. Acquiring a fleet of modern fighter jets is a major financial commitment for any country, and Bangladesh is no exception. The estimated cost for the aircraft themselves is around $1.2 billion. However, the total package, which includes essential pilot training, spare parts for maintenance, and ground support equipment, is expected to reach $2.2 billion. This is a significant investment for Bangladesh's economy. To make this large purchase manageable, the government is planning to spread the payments over a 10-year period. This payment plan would extend into the mid-2030s, allowing the country to absorb the cost gradually without placing too much strain on its national budget in any single year. The negotiation process is now moving to its final stages. A final decision must be made by an interministerial committee, which is headed by Air Chief Marshal Hassan Mahmood Khan. Once this committee gives its final approval, formal negotiations with Chinese officials will begin to finalize the details of the contract. The plan is to acquire up to 20 J-10CE jets, with the deliveries expected to be completed by 2027. This timeline is ambitious, but it reflects the urgency of replacing the BAF's aging fleet. The success of these negotiations will determine the future shape and strength of the Bangladesh Air Force for decades to come. While the J-10CE is the leading candidate, Bangladesh has also considered other options. The BAF has explored Western-made fighters to see what alternatives are available. For instance, in May 2025, BAF personnel traveled to Italy to attend demonstration flights of the Eurofighter Typhoon. The Typhoon is a highly capable European fighter jet, but it comes with a much higher price tag than its Chinese counterpart. Western aircraft are often more expensive to buy and maintain. Furthermore, purchasing weapons from Western countries can sometimes come with political conditions, which can make deals more complicated. The J-10CE offers a balance of modern capability and affordability that is hard to match. The choice of a Chinese fighter jet also has significant geopolitical implications. Bangladesh has strong ties with China, which is a major supplier of its military hardware. However, this purchase could cause concern for other global powers, particularly the United States and its allies, who are competing with China for influence in the region. More importantly, it will change the security landscape in South Asia. If Bangladesh acquires the J-10CE, it will mean that this advanced Chinese fighter is positioned on India's western border, northern border, and eastern border. This development will surely be watched closely by military planners in New Delhi. The purchase of the J-10CE jets would be a game-changer for the Bangladesh Air Force. It would represent the single most significant upgrade in its history. The new aircraft would provide a credible deterrent, meaning they would be advanced enough to make any potential adversary think twice before challenging Bangladesh's airspace. The ability to control its own skies is fundamental to a nation's sovereignty and security. With these new jets, the BAF would be better equipped to protect the country's borders, strategic assets, and maritime interests in the Bay of Bengal. This move is a clear statement of Bangladesh's commitment to self-reliance in defense. This acquisition will also alter the balance of air power in the region. While Bangladesh's military is not trying to compete directly with its much larger neighbor, India, having a modern fighter fleet gives it a more respectable defensive posture. It narrows the technological gap and ensures that the BAF is not completely outmatched. The presence of J-10s in Bangladesh, Pakistan, and China creates a new strategic reality for India, which will have to account for this capable aircraft on multiple fronts. This could influence future military planning and arms acquisitions across South Asia, as nations react to the changing capabilities of their neighbors. The decision to choose a Chinese aircraft over a Western one is also very telling. It shows that for many developing nations, Chinese military technology offers a very attractive combination of performance and cost. The J-10CE is seen as a capable and proven platform that is more affordable than comparable jets from Europe or the United States. This trend could see more countries turning to China for their defense needs, shifting global arms market dynamics. For Bangladesh, this choice reinforces its long-standing defense relationship with Beijing and signals its pragmatic approach to foreign policy, balancing ties with different global powers. In conclusion, the planned $2.2 billion deal for J-10CE fighter jets is a critical step for Bangladesh. It directly addresses the urgent safety and operational problems of its aging air force. Beyond just replacing old planes, this purchase will provide the BF with a modern, credible capability to defend the nation's airspace for the foreseeable future. While the cost is significant and the geopolitical implications are complex, the decision reflects a clear national priority. For Bangladesh, securing these new jets is not just a military upgrade. It is an essential investment in its national security, sovereignty, and its future place in a complex and evolving region.